All right. So we have a double coming up, and it is a good one. We have Synii versus ArcBliss. Synii, a bit new to the community, but for those of you who don't know, I believe Synii took runner-up or third place in Games Giving. Confirm or deny that for me, ID. So, is good at games despite what their record shows. Only competing in one mystery tournament with a 1 win and 2 loss. But still, getting a win in mystery tournament can be pretty difficult. Versus ArcBliss, who has been in the community for a while. And noted speedrunner of streamers. And has a very impressive win rate. 35-18 with a 66% win rate. Perpetually 9th. That is ArcBliss's curse. Has taken 9th place more times than they want to have taken 9th. So hopefully trying to break that curse this year. Unfortunately, I think lost their first match. So has an uphill battle to do that with. But this should be a really good match, and it's not only going to be a good match between those two, but this is a double. So we have a whole second set of racers between Krankdud and Jakazam. And we have two heavy hitters here. Krankdud. Krankdud is a god at FPS games, if I'm not mistaken. 70% win rate. Has been around the community for a while, and is very good at games. And especially so, I believe Krankdud is very good at Doom as well. So just anything you give Krankdud, it's going to be a good show. Has 4 top 8 placements. Versus Jakazam, who, despite what she says, she is very good. She's got a 60% win rate, is constantly performing well in Kuso Grande, always beats me whenever we race. Don't fact check that, because that is true. She is better than me. I have a bias. She is my friend. Jakazam, very good gamer. 9-6 record. 60%, still having a positive win rate in MT is very good. She just gets a little bit unlucky with some game pulls sometimes. Has a thing known as the Jakazam effect that we have made jokes about, which she's not appreciative of. I think ID and Maurice developed that term. So anytime she races, we're going to bring it up. But this is a winners 3 or 4 match, I believe. Someone fact check me because I'm always wrong. But this is going to be a very highly anticipated match between both of these racers and both of these sets of racers.
Yeah,
so
we're pretty far in the bracket here. It is winners 4, yeah.
Yeah, so this is a winners 4 match. Hold on to your butts. We're going to have a great game. Well, I can't say if it's going to be a great game yet because I haven't seen it. I don't know what it is, but it's going to be a great match between all 4 of these competitors. ID, do you have any thoughts, any comments? Chat, do you have any thoughts, any comments?
No, we're just going for a game. We're just redrawing one.
Okay. Obviously, yeah, because we have pretty much 3 people who've been in the tournament for a while, or in the community for a while. They've probably all played every game known to man, so we're going to find out. And we are joined by TPC, who has some interesting comments to add, probably to fact check me and correct everything that I've said.
Oh no! Well, if we're gonna have somebody biased for Jakazam here, we're gonna have somebody biased for Krankdud. So I gotta balance it out.
I'm only biased because she's my friend, but I am impartial.
She's my friend too.
Have you been to her house? Have you been on vacation with her?
I almost meet her one time, but it sadly didn't happen. I don't have the money to travel, okay?
Neither do I, but I did it anyway.
Yeah, well, I have less money to travel.
Well, anyway, this is going to be a very intense match between all 4 of these competitors. TBC, any thoughts you want to add that I haven't already garbled up so far?
I am so excited to see ArcBliss play because this is high stakes right here. ArcBliss could go 0-2 right here if he loses this match.
Yeah,
And
we've already
games.
Yeah, we've already had a veteran MT player already get eliminated from this tournament already.
Yeah, we saw Palladian, didn't we?
Yeah, so Palladian, who, very good at games, just had some bad luck and went 0-2. So ArcBliss hoping to not follow in those footsteps, trying to eke out a win.
Yeah, we've had it happen, like, it kind of happens, there's like one person, they're a really good player and they just end up going 0-2. I think last time it was full of lizards. That might have been 1-2. I don't know, it happens every single time.
Yeah, it can happen to anybody. Someone who you expect to see go very far in the tournament could get eliminated early. Someone you don't expect to do well has an amazing run. Mystery Tournament, all about them fun surprises. And we have that here. How we doing on game choice?
Oh my god, ID, I really hope this gets played. I so hope. We tested this when we raced this in testing.
This was really fun. This was one of the few test games that we actually raced.
Oh my god, this one was a blast.
I'm excited. I don't like to spoil myself, but I hope that is the game that's getting picked. Fingers crossed.
There's no way anybody's heard of this game.
It would be insanity if somebody had played this.
It would be a miracle.
It's like, oh yeah, I love that about this community sometimes, is that we'll pull out some random, like, this game was made in Antarctica in 1940, and then, like, Captain Drake was like, oh yeah, I played that yesterday. It's like, come on!
I want to see, wait, is the submitter in the chat? Oh my god, they're not. I want to know the story of how they found this game. I really want to know.
But yeah, we have some very dedicated game submitters who will search the weirdest places on the internet and find just magic. And it sounds like this is one of those games today.
I think I asked.
I think we did ask.
The submitter is Fast Fruit Man, a champion submitter this year.
Oh yeah, some real good ones.
And I feel like I asked him at one point. I don't know if it was like in person though, but I'll see if I can message him on Discord how he found this.
Fast Fruit Man, known for submitting the Italian Job.
The Italian Job. Scooby-Doo in Cyber Chase. That was a fun one.
Oh, another big winner.
So, is this a PS1 game? Am I? Because that was the theme.
This is not. This is a Russian DOS game.
Oh boy!
My favorite scene of DOS game, personally.
It's actually saying it's a Russian DOS game it's better than it sounds.
Yeah.
This isn't
away
like
screaming
Puso.
when you hear
this
that.
is a good game.
I mean, technically, like, you could say like Tetris is a Russian DOS game.
That's
because
so
that's not
true.
DOS though.
I think it did. Well, Tristan.
The original system was Electronica 60. It's not a DOS console.
What about Faces Tris 3? That's a Russian DOS
Faces
game.
Tris 3. What a great game.
Yeah, we need these mysteries, and I'm excited to see what this game is.
Jump scare sound alert. I forgot about that in this game. That was the funniest part of racing this game.
Wait, there's a jump scare sound alert?
There's just like the trains are loud.
Yeah. There's also like there's the hidden mechanic that we had to find out after the race happened. That was really fun.
It's true.
Trying to suss out that mechanic.
There's a timer that will never run out, but if it does,
bad things happen.
Yeah. So we have a no early rounds on this because the game is somewhat challenging, but it's even though Losers 2 is a fairly early rounds, the players are not like they're
I would say these four players are all strong in their own regards. So
Krankdud's pretty good. No.
Krankdud, who's been in top 8 4 times.
ArcBliss is pretty good.
Yeah, almost making top 8 like what? Every time they've entered the tournament.
I think 3 times now. I think it's like almost the same as Zenik. Jakazam with that shiny 17th.
Not surprised we couldn't find cover art for this. We do have a picture, but
I'm scared because this is the kind of game that I think Krankdud could hate, actually. And the key thing about Krankdud is if he gets a game that he hates, that's a power down. But peak Krankdud gaming is a force to be reckoned with. As I said in chat, he's the only person I know that can just completely demolish Andy in a game.
Yeah, and there's not too many people like that in the tournament.
I'd say Krankdud has probably done it the most out of anybody.
So we're still just getting set up. I always fear DOS because DOS is just, you never know what to expect with DOS.
there's nothing particularly DOS-like about this game, I would say. It could be on any system.
Yeah, and that's the problem. You never know what to expect.
Yeah, I've played... Actually, have I played a single DOS game in Kuso? I don't think I have. I've played an Amiga game. That one was actually fun. Wait, no, I played two. And one of them was really fun. The other one was just complete nonsense. But, like, DOS is a Kuso staple.
Yeah, my first ever Kuso game was a DOS game, handed by Jal. It was Spiz Popped.
Oh, that's a
wow.
winner. That's a
Not that
winner.
bad, actually.
I mean, being the person who gave audio and having to listen to it for an hour.
Yeah, that's true.
My
Would
first
not
Kuso
recommend.
race was Disney Princess on the Game Boy Advance. I did get to race against one of my heroes. I soft-locked the game 7 times in the second level. For no reason. I did everything right, it just decided not to work.
I gotta love Kuso games.
But I did get to race against one of my heroes in my first race, so that made me happy. I got to race against Proton John.
I'm hoping to race against one of my heroes.
Yeah, I would love to race against you, Shrambles.
You have a chance. Just take first and then win the tiebreak.
I'm already out. It's in round 4 now, isn't it?
No, you're still in. You
Oh,
have
are they still
19
doing round
points.
3? They were pinging for round 4.
Yeah, you're still in. You have 19 points.
Do I? I didn't play a 3rd round.
Yeah, you did.
I got... No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Did I? I
think
played
you were in the first week.
Indiana Jones. I played that Amiga game, the shooty car one. That one was really fun. What the hell was the 3rd game that I played? I don't remember.
I'm gonna look it up.
This game has... Having played it, it doesn't really deserve it, but this game has intimidation factor. Because it's in Russian and it's on DOS. So,
yeah.
Seeing it, you're like, oh my god, this is gonna be horrible.
Indiana Jones?
You played
it's
Miami
pretty
Chase.
straightforward.
Yeah, that's the Amiga one. Penguin Adventure, that's it. Penguin Adventure.
You forgot the one you did not do well in.
Well, that one was awful because the entire race was decided by one person finding a random shop. It wasn't even a fun race.
That's cool.
You could at least make the race. You could at least make the race fun. The game doesn't have to be good, but like, why would I want to race something that's not fun?
Yeah, I've never been a fan of just like the random chance power up.
Or when I had to race hopscotch in Super Mario Bros. 1, but it controlled badly. Like, we've all played the game before. Like, why would I want to race this?
Super Mario Brothers 1, but there's a gun to your head.
But you play as Sonic and it controls really badly.
You play as Sonic and have
It
to
was Sonic Jam
retell
6.
Avatar in order to win the game.
Oh, I'm so happy to see this game. I'm so happy to see this played. This was a blast during testing. Alpha and I tested a obscenely hard puzzle script game yesterday. It was not as fun as this one.
There's also
Okay.
Super Mario World No Running.
Yeah, that's a
Or
good one.
the-
Somebody
the-
close a prediction. I can't do it because I voted.
Oh,
Green one. Not my, like, 50 clues I'm gonna lose.
green.
Yeah, this puzzle script game was obscenely hard.
Green.
And then
screen.
Sully immediately went and tested it and beat it in like 20 minutes. It took Alpha and I like an hour and a half.
All right, green screen is the winner. I have a green screen.
I don't.
I haven't used it yet. I only got it because my roommate got a green screen, but they actually accidentally sent them 2 of them instead. So I got a free green screen.
Free. Free and green like almost rhyme.
Green free.
It's like ski free.
Green free. Free green.
I wouldn't have any use for a green screen, but you just have it. Just because.
If I ever
Hang it on the wall.
If I ever decide to start filming sketches again or streaming and needing a background, I have it there. It's just one of those things it's nice to have.
Yeah, I would have no use for it, but it'd be cool to have anyway. If I didn't have any use for it, I would just Shrambles, you can have a second one now.
Oh, I can have a second green screen. I can have surround
one
sound.
One and one in back.
I have a surround sound green screen. That's hard to say fast. Surround sound green screen. Surround sound green screen.
Okay, I think we've got a game. See if everything's
Yep,
cropped
that's
when
the
this
game.
loads.
It's
The
the
game
best
is
titled
Choo
game of all
Minder.
time. So good.
What?
Yeah, it's Choo Minder. That's the game. Here, I'll grab the paste bin.
This has no relation to the other infamous Choo game.
No, that's Chitty Chitty Train. That's a different game.
It's on the PC 98, which means it is better, but
although
this
controls somewhat similarly, but it's a little different.
If this looks familiar to you, you're probably mistaken. It's a Russian DOS game. I sure hope it isn't.
So just going off of the screenshot and what my interpretation of this game is going to be, I'm guessing this is sort of a puzzle game.
It is.
It is.
It is purely puzzle.
But it's like a timing puzzle with like matching trains and things like that. And getting
There's no timing involved, actually.
Oh, then I am.
It is a very normal puzzle game.
Yeah, it's just about getting these trains out of here on time.
And there's only one way to do that.
If I didn't know that this was a train game, just looking at this opening shot, it looks like we're about to just like break into a vault.
Bank robbery game. I did play a French bank robbery game on a random old PC on my stream. Could have raced that if it wasn't completely random.
Yeah, we're going. We should be at least. Here we are.
All right, they're putting it in H. Let's go.
Yeah. I get your Choba emotes.
Yeah, Choba.
Oh my gosh.
Choba means restart, and you're gonna have to be restarting sometimes.
Yeah, so on the right side of the screen, we see a specific order of colors there. We need to get the train in the right color order and facing the right direction, and then it can exit on the track. And what we have to assist us are these switches on the ground. We can change which direction they're going. They operate like train switches. It's, as I said, it's a very normal puzzle game wrapped in a very strange package.
The fact that you drag the mouse and you just ram it into the other cards.
Oh yeah, be prepared to do that a lot.
Is so good.
It's a very clever and fun puzzle game, though.
Yeah,
I had a blast playing
Krankdud is running into something which happens a lot, where there's just not quite enough room to restart from moving them all the way to the side. So you need to be careful. Because like right here, like Jakazam's trying to move that, but there could not be enough room because you can't switch a track while a train's on it. I'm trying to get audio. I don't know who has it.
Yeah, you need there's just sound effects.
And
you have this amazing music. I forgot.
ArcBliss completing the first level.
Yeah, you can click You can click the little things in between the train cars to detach them. Also, a very pivotal mechanic. You're gonna need to get adjusted to dropping off train cars in safe places to kind of shift around the order. It's a very like refrigerator shuffly kind of game. I don't know. There's like a specific game it reminded me of that I can't think of what it is at all. But it's very much about just like shuffling the order of all the trains that you have around. It's very rare to actually soft lock yourself in this game. It only happened to me, I think, once while testing this whole game.
Okay, so ArcBliss and Jakazam have the early lead, but because this is a puzzle game, probably not going to last for too long. And I
Yeah,
think
once you do the first level, like the game is kind of easy for a while, and then it starts throwing some trickier levels in there, and it really does get quite clever with the puzzle design. I really do like this game a lot, actually.
And ArcBliss moving on to the third puzzle, and this is a double, so ArcBliss is only concerned about the progress of Synii, Jakazam is only concerned about the progress of Krankdud, and vice versa for both of those pairs. So it doesn't really matter that ArcBliss is ahead of Krankdud or any of those combinations. The only ones we care about are the ones that are horizontal.
Yeah, I think you can only grab the engine. Is that right?
Yes, you can
Okay.
only grab the engine.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It would be this game would be trivial otherwise.
It's true.
Sadly.
I did one time get my cars on the level that Jakazam is on stuck on top of each other, but it never happened again. And then I tried to do it several more times.
Like, this game is like the embodiment of a child getting like a toy train set and then just like ramming their car into everything.
And they're like magnetic, just like a real train set. So like,
yeah,
you just have fun with that.
Jakazam's got a good. Not going to need to Choba this time. We're on our way out.
I love
Choba?
Choba's restart.
Oh, okay.
But it's not Choba because it's Cyrillic, and I have no idea how you actually pronounce it. But
I think it was Snova.
Snova, yeah, that's what it was.
That was in the testing comment that we put. That was your testing comment. It literally just said Snova.
That's right. I remember that. Man, nobody has audio that I can hear unless there just like isn't any, because there's a really funny loud train noise when you start the game. But
it's also whenever you right click, I think it does the train horn, and it's like absolutely like ear blastingly loud. Like it's so loud. It's louder than anything else in the entire game.
Jakazam on to the fifth puzzle, I think? Or is this four? No, fourth puzzle. And so is ArcBliss making on their way to 4. And Krankdud caught back up to puzzle 3.
And also, the hidden mechanic we were talking about earlier is that you see the times on the right. This is when trains are going to come through. It starts 10 minutes after you start the level, which is like, you should not be spending 10 minutes on any of these. And trains will come through on the main track, and if they hit another train, you'll fail the level and have to restart. This will literally never happen, but we wanted to add it to the paste bin anyway, because 1, it was funny, and like 2, like I guess it wouldn't hurt to have it.
I don't know why Krankdud isn't just leaving at this point.
Has to flip around the order.
Oh, no.
I don't think
a right exit?
Oh, you have to go right. I see, because the train is facing right. Yes.
Yeah, so you need to put the train up in the top left.
Oh, Snova.
Oh, Snova. Probably was not soft locked, but you know.
No, and I don't think you really can soft lock, but you can get yourself into a place where you just don't want to start from there. Like, kind of like lights out. Like, you can't soft lock technically, but like...
You can just put the puzzle in a worse state than the original state.
Maybe in more complicated levels you can. TBC might be right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did actually soft lock one of the levels. But it was like obvious that I soft locked.
You can Snova any time. The thing about, and also the cool thing about the train clock is that that's based on like your actual time zone.
Yeah, that's the system clock.
So we just doxed everyone. Apparently Krankdud's in Pacific.
I think Jakazam's in Eastern, right?
But Jakazam and ArcBliss completing their puzzles. Synii, I think 2 puzzles behind. No, just 1 puzzle at this point.
And Krankdud is leaving as well.
Yeah, so I think 1 puzzle for Krankdud versus Jakazam now.
Yeah, so I think the same distance for both of our pairs right now.
So is Jakazam 1 puzzle ahead of Krankdud here?
Correct.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, thanks for the raid, Zerfall. Yeah, did you finish? We had to move on to the next race.
I'm gonna assume that Zerfall did finish the game.
Mm-hmm.
So good for them.
I hope you fought for the... I almost said the economy instead of eco.
Fight for the economy, Zen Galactic Ninja.
Wall Street Kid.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a Game Boy game called Wall Street Kid, where you're like fighting.
It's an NES game.
Oh, is it real? Oh,
Yeah.
Now I'm less excited.
ABGN made a joke about it in one of his videos, and then he learned it was actually real.
So Krankdud, unfortunately, running into... Not every level is like this. That's the weird thing, is that some levels you actually can go all the way to the right or left and be able to change the track. So you kind of just have to test.
Yeah, this was the first level that kind of tripped me up, because this one, you do not physically have enough room to actually do this.
You have the world record in Wall Street Kid? Hell yeah. So this has limited sound. I think I'm also gonna play some Rainwave.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sadly, we're not gonna get the glorious music whenever you finish a level.
No, we'll
which
hear
is
it.
like
It'll just be on top
parts
of
this
chip
game.
tunes.
Oh my god, it's so funny. It's like this
Train
triumphant march. It's just so
It's
hilarious.
sort
So
of
what
Russian,
Krankdud actually
like,
needs to do is,
patriotic.
yeah, it's
awesome.
like really patriotic march. What Krankdud needs to do is like go and just drop off one of these cars in a safe place somehow,
Yeah, you can put it in the center there.
and then just needs to do kind of a complicated shuffle to get around.
Yeah. The Snova Shuffle, as we call it.
God, look at that cow. Or is that a bull on both ArcBliss and Jakazam's streams? That is a really big bull.
It's like bigger than the house. It's like it's huge. What are they feeding him? Now Krankdud is caught up on the same puzzle, but Jakazam, we always say in puzzle games, there's even if you're on the same level, there's a time advantage. Sometimes in puzzle games, it's not exactly that true, because like you kind of get stuck in your own ways, more so than you would in a platformer, to where like the time advantage is not as big. But I think in a game like this, it doesn't really apply.
Choo Minder is an interesting game, because like you could pretty quickly see a solution, and then these do take time to execute, but you can move the mouse as fast as you want. It doesn't take that much time, so you could honestly get to a level and easily pull ahead of your opponent if you see what you need to be doing.
Yeah, it makes me want to see like a tool-assisted run of this game. It's so funny.
Ask Choo Minder. Yeah, I don't know
It'd be
how
so
fast
fast.
Fruitman found this Russian DOS game about trains, but it's pretty awesome.
I really want to know.
Oh no!
I have to know.
Krankdud, the blue is on the track switch, needs to push it back a little bit. Pissed off, you can see the mouse wiggle, not surprising.
It's an FPS player thing. They all do it.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, you can always tell the emotional state of an FPS player by the controls of their mouse.
It's a weird thing too, because like MOBA players are like stone cold killers. Like they don't do that. That's an FPS player only thing. That and like Osu.
And Jakazam with the clear.
Wow.
Moving on to puzzle 6.
Yeah, I would say that this game is unlikely to be better received than the game that got redrawn, which is too bad. But at the same time, you're never really gonna play anything like this anywhere else. So, Choo Minder, everybody.
I'm kind of glad that it is a beat level 16 and not like beat level 5.
Yes. Yeah, you can see
had...
they're moving through. I mean, Jakazam's on level 6. We're only 11 minutes in. You know, this is a game where you make progress. It's not... You certainly get held up, but it's not one where you just, like, sit there and stare at the same screen on only 4 levels.
There's definitely multiple ways to put this, like, the puzzle in different states.
It's not a particularly difficult game, either.
Well, I think some of the later levels are pretty tricky, for me at least. But it's...
Yeah.
And you can also mess yourself up pretty easy if you're not careful. Like, Krankdud just attached the wrong 2 trains, and because you can't drag the train cars around, only the engine, it can cause problems. Do you like this kind of, like, Russian countryside that we're seeing, though?
Yeah, look at all these trees that are just, like, very much in, like, a line.
Yeah. Well, and I like that we're seeing, like, that's like St. Peter's Basilica there on Jakazam's screen, but these palm trees are massive.
Yeah, Jakazam has to solve though. Just push once you push the blue train, the whole train's in order. At least I hope. I can't actually see like half the screen because
Yeah,
the
what is that?
Discord screen
Blue,
is so
blue,
small,
green, blue is what we need. That's really small, but
Yeah, it's
It's
really
there.
hard. It's really hard to tell on a 4-person layout.
yeah, they can see it much better than we can.
You on Twitch can probably see it a little better because it's going to be bigger than the Discord screen share.
That's
You might
true,
say
too.
that Jakazam is really rushing through these puzzles.
Oh, going through the seasons. We're in winter now. It's a very mild Russian winter.
Rushing
ground's-
through these puzzles.
Ground's blue.
People who know Krankdud better than me, I know, you know, he likes games. He's got a particular taste in games. Do puzzle games fall into that?
I don't
genre?
think so. I don't know though. Here you go, Jakazam doing drop off your little train right here. Nope, gonna. This is a right exit.
That's pretty definitive.
Now, looking at our top race, ArcBliss is still stuck on puzzle 5, and Synii, I think, is making some progress on puzzle 4.
5 was a hard one. 5 was there's a lot of parts to it. It's a very high entropy puzzle. We always talk about this when it comes to puzzle game, like the amount of not only just states but like valid states you can put a puzzle in is what I like to call the entropy of the puzzle, obviously from the physics term, but like this puzzle in particular is very high entropy. A lot of the puzzles in this game actually aren't, which is why I don't think it's that difficult of a puzzle game.
Oh, look at that Buddha statue. Or at least I'm claiming it's a Buddha statue.
Yeah, Krankdud also saying in chat, I hate everything about this, so you know. Probably loves this game.
Yeah, saying I hate this game is very much an endearing sign of love. Looks like the order is purple, yellow, green for Jakazam's puzzle.
Yeah, it's also a right exit. I think you had to do some sort of shuffle around to make sure you get the right order, but Jakazam susses it out instantly. No problem.
Yeah, on to level 9. So Jakazam really just tooting their way through. On to
I don't know
level
if
9.
Jakazam is a train lover. Never asked her personally.
Well, that's the first question we'll ask.
I think if you don't love trains, like I can't be friends with you, so.
Right. Strong statements.
TBC already setting their friendship standard. My standard
You
being,
must like trains.
Yeah, my standard being, will you pick me up from the airport? We all have our own standards.
Krankdud has said in IRC, maybe I'll just go eat instead, and I think may have done that.
Not a very good strategy for winning a race.
No. This is a
could
winner's
work
match.
if you're really good.
You gotta
I
have
mean-
your priorities in check. I respect it. I really do.
Honestly, that's what happened in my last Kuso match. Thanks NPC for stop playing the game. Got me into brackets.
Let's see, does Jakazam have this?
Needs...
What's the order? Green last. Needs to drop the green off in the top left. Yeah, it's green, pink, yellow?
Oh, jeez, Krankdud just turning off their stream.
Okay, so now Jakazam did it. Just took a few extra steps to get there.
Yeah, this doesn't happen a lot, but, Jakazam will need to finish the goal. So at this point, no pressure.
Yeah, just... I mean, finish the goal or timeout.
Yeah, really sad. Like this would have been a fun race because, like, yeah, Jakazam is killing this game so far.
For sure.
Definitely, like I thought that I did pretty well in testing, and like this is still pretty fast.
It would go to progress after 90 minutes. I just mean,
she can't just give up now and
she
claim
can't
the
just
victory.
stop playing. Yeah.
But ArcBliss managing a 2-stage lead on Synii right now.
Yeah, we love this game. We tested it. I mean, you do have to somewhat enjoy puzzle games, so if Krankdud doesn't, I definitely understand that. I will say that, yeah, that's concerning if you hit escape and the game just closed. What you do is you click on that little thing in the bottom, and it gives you different options, and one of them is Snova, which looks like Choba, and that lets you restart. If you want to go back to this game at some point, Maurice.
Does them already do this? Red, green, no. Has it like backwards? Ah, I see. Wait, this is solved though. You can just go back. Yeah, like this.
I mean, in defense of Krankdud, if a game is just not gelling with you, there's no need to like stress yourself out to force yourself to play a game you just don't like.
Yeah, I absolutely. Krankdud hasn't been in MT for a long time. I think because just there was a lot of games that he didn't enjoy, and that's totally reasonable.
I gotta be honest, I don't know why he joined this time. I think we all said that too. Like, what? Why? It's not gonna change. Jakazam back to winter. I just realized that all the levels transition through the seasons. I never noticed that in testing. Well, that makes it easier to know what level people are on. I think it also says right there, but I can't like read it because the text is so small.
But yeah, Jakazam just doing really well. Puzzle 11, only 5 more puzzles after that. You know, ArcBliss isn't doing terribly either. I think he's very close to finishing Puzzle 7. I think actually has, you know, the semblance of a solution going on right now.
Wait, wasn't...
I thought
no,
that
it
was
needs to go
correct.
backwards.
Oh, has
There
to
we
go.
go. Yeah, it was a right exit. I think almost every level is right exit. There are a few that are left.
I've replaced Krankdud with Alpha 5, who is not in the race, but is also
Is just playing for fun?
Yeah.
I like how,
Jakazam was
because
ahead of Alpha, who's a very good... Oh, yeah, that's good. Thank you for doing that, whoever did that.
I also like how it almost looks like it says not in rage.
No, that says
Alpha
race.
5. I know, it says race, but like,
It's
because
very
of how
small on our screen.
it looks like it says not in rage.
Alpha is a very chill person.
Yeah, I've always known Alpha to be very civil, very level-headed in their arguments.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Very, very normal person.
But ArcBliss on to Puzzle 8, while Synii is still working their way through Puzzle 5.
Jakazam's on, what, 11? I think that's what it says.
Still on 11. I think she is very close to getting the solution here.
Yeah, one thing that I do like about this game is this game kind of repeats earlier puzzles, but with like a slight twist. I don't remember what it was on this one, but you'll notice that the layout was exactly the same as a different one.
Yeah, I think this was the same layout as 4.
Yeah, just with like a different sequence of trains that forces you to kind of do the solution entirely differently, which I think is one of the hallmarks of like a good puzzle game, is that they all do that.
Yeah, a good puzzle game like reinterprets something you've already been familiar with. And helps you to see it at least in a different way. Or is able to like modify a current puzzle with different things. So yes, exactly, Xuno. When first-person Sokoban brings back an exact same puzzle that they had in a previous level. No changes.
Yeah, it's true. First person Pokemon really did play it.
It's called a reference.
He even denied it when I told him about it, the dev, so.
It's doing an homage.
Yeah, it's called a reference.
I'm honoring my past puzzle by doing it again.
Synii moving on from level 5, ArcBliss on level 8, which I think if you're on 8, you've kind of made it over the hump. Like, you get the game. If you're that far, you might have some difficult puzzles, but like you understand what you're doing. I would say level 5. If you get past 5, it's like, okay, I'm playing this game now. I get it. I'm in the zone.
And Jakazam on level 12.
Incredible.
Yeah, you definitely like start finding a way to think in this game. Like when you get maybe like 6 or 7, that's when you kind of develop the tech in this game. Every puzzle game has its own version of that, and this game is no stranger to it.
I don't remember who. I know TPC and I. Was there anyone else playing this too?
Xuna was watching, I think.
Xuna was watching. None of us.
I think it was just you.
Fast.
No, not even close.
This is way faster than the tester times, I think, at this point.
This is what happens when you have me and ID race a puzzle game.
Yeah, fair enough. Some of the puzzle games I'm like destroying. I beat Captain Drake on Sleepy Blocks, but I mean it just depends, I guess. Choo Minder was it was tough for me to get into the Minder set for Choo Minder. We've got 4 trains on Jakazam's screen. Seemingly they couldn't even fit more than this if they wanted to.
Yeah, it needs to get that red
it's overflowing. That'd be funny.
So this is not gonna work, I don't think, because
it's the right exit.
Never
has
mind.
them in the right order. She just needs to get them.
Oh, circle around.
Yeah.
Here we go. Choo-choo!
Minder.
All aboard the Choo-choo Minder.
As it pushed the horn button, it just makes the game like play an ear-blastingly loud sound.
Yeah, we don't have audio. Let me see if Alpha has clean audio. I think there's like a 0% chance, but...
No, he definitely won't.
Well, it has noises.
Yeah. It hasn't said anything yet. And the fact that I haven't heard him say anything means he probably has clean audio.
Well, the fact that you have to scroll in order to like get to the endings.
It's so funny. The triumphant march. It's so funny every time. Definitely one of the best
some
mechanics.
Good music. I'm glad
we got to hear it.
Some louder audio.
Because that's.
Oh, we're also seeing on Jakazam's screen. I believe this is the first appearance of this. The white car. I think I can't actually see. Didn't we think at first that this was an extraneous car? Were we right on that? I don't remember. I only see 3 colors there, so I'm pretty sure it's an extraneous car.
It's in the way. You gotta move it.
Mm-hmm.
This is the trolley problem.
The interesting thing about these extraneous cars is that, so, I don't know if we did explain it, but maybe not fully. At the bottom, that indicates which way the train is coming, and then it comes at those times that are indicated on the time clock. You can leave. I think you have to clear the cars off of that track.
Yes, you do. I do remember that happening during testing. I was really confused as to how I was not solving a level.
God, I'm afraid of those 2 bowls that are just in between those tracks.
Yeah, on Jakazam's you have to leave left, and she's not going to be able to. She's going to say, well, what is going on? And it's because you have to clear the trains
There's still a
off
car
the
on the track.
Which is in the pace bit.
Eco power, don't leave trash on the track.
No, this is Rainwave. There is no in-game music except when you finish levels.
And it's really funny. It's so good. Everybody should download this game and just like play the first level and beat it just to hear that song, and then also the horn.
Just to quote the pacement. Oh, there we go. We've got to finish. To complete each level, drive to the left or right of the screen, depending on which way the train is facing in the picture, and make sure the main track is clear of any spare carriages.
And in our top race, ArcBliss has now got a 4-stage lead ahead of Synii.
That's significant.
Like, unless Synii gets their train conductor license, not sure if they're going to be able to make a comeback. But we have seen stranger things happen in MT races before.
Yeah, so we see another example on Jakazam's screen. Game recontextualizing another puzzle. We saw this before. Now there's an extraneous car. This one, I remember this puzzle being very easy, though. Because it's like pretty much the exact same solution, actually.
And it's like they're just going back through where they came.
Yeah, like a real train. It's a reference.
It's an homage to train schedules.
Yeah, if anyone new isn't familiar with first-person Zogomon, don't play it and don't look it up.
Just forget you heard about it.
Don't search first-person Zogomon at 3 a.m.
Oh my god. Sharples, I think you were right, actually. I think this is the levels in backwards order.
That's awesome.
I didn't even notice that.
So much thought put into Choo.
Oh my god, wait, no, it makes so much sense, because if you look at the map, it's, you go forward, and then you go backwards again.
Yeah. That's why, that's what Shambles was saying. That's why Jack's...
It's like a reference to trains.
Yeah, no, it's an homage to how once they put train tracks down, they can never be removed, thus polluting the earth.
Yeah.
Alpha has
if they ever put down train tracks in the first place.
I can't believe how quickly Jakazam is on level 15. This is kind of insane. Like, honestly, this is really, really fast. I mean, I guess we're seeing it because we're seeing 3 other racers, but like...
Quiet, let me bop to this.
Yeah. I just like that it's all blown out and horrible. It's really...
I like how it just fades at the end. Like, no, just hard cut it. It doesn't. It deserves to be played in full blast.
Yeah, this is
Now
really good.
A 5-stage lead for ArcBliss.
That's strong. Jakazam technically has like a 14-stage lead, I think.
Well, back to 4 because Synii just finished the level that they were on.
Gets to listen to that sweet music. You can skip that cutscene. Maurice has pointed out in chat, unfortunately.
Yeah, but that's how you make the money.
That's no good, though, that Escape closes this game. We definitely should have caught that. Luckily, that hasn't happened to any of our racers.
Except for Krankdud.
Well, that wasn't because of accidentally hitting Escape, though, so...
Well, Krankdud escaped of his own volition.
Yeah, you're allowed to... Yeah, that's the Escape IRL. That's different. You're allowed to forfeit of your own volition. We can't hold you prisoner here. We don't want to.
Yeah, but 2 levels left for Jakazam. Honestly, making very short work of this puzzle game. Basically a bullet train, if we were to make reference to the type of train that she is being right now.
Yeah, a Shinkansen performance. Which is, everybody says that regularly.
Yes. You know, my favorite 90s phrase.
Exactly. So I think Jakazam has this. Yep, here we are. No Snova today. We're out of here.
Snova? Hardly know her.
Hardly know her. Okay, that's pretty good.
I'm glad that I got the fanfare after my joke. I timed that perfectly. Thank you, Alpha, for the assist.
Yeah. Jakazam hasn't had to Snova at all. She might have Snovaed once at the beginning, but it's been a long time since we've seen the Snova happen.
She might have Snovaed, she might have not.
She might Snova. You know, look. What, am I on trial here?
Look, everybody's gonna Snova once in their life.
We all gotta Snova every once in a while. It's just life.
It doesn't matter. Look at how far she is. Can't say that a little Snova didn't hurt anybody.
Jakazam, I think this is a Snova moment. You're done. Yeah, there's the Snova.
Oh, there's a Snova. See, it's everyone Snovas. It's natural.
Everyone's got a Snova every once in a while.
It's a natural Snova.
I don't know how far away from actual Russian pronunciation we're being, but we did look it up. I think that's close. I'm sure there's some different noises that it's not exactly like the English S and V noise, but...
Look, Russian is a language.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. So these are passenger train carriages, right? They're not cargo carriages. Are there people in these?
That's an interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. Yeah, so they're just being patient, getting slammed around.
Yeah, they're just getting slammed.
Something screwed up on Alpha. Oh, there we go. It was. I was just a stream. It looked like the arrow was like broken. Jakazam's on the final level here. Probably not feeling the pressure since she knows that Krankdud has forfeit, but still, I think probably would have won anyway based on the way that race was going. This is an incredible performance.
Yeah, she is killing it. And why are they saying I got lost at the airport? Chat, what's happening? Am I not being heard? Did I do something wrong?
You're being heard? What are you talking about?
Have I hurt them?
Who's this new commentator? No, it's because you were doing such a good accent, they couldn't tell who you were anymore. When you were being Italian.
I was doing an accent?
Yeah, you were doing kind of like a gangster thing when you were talking about needing to Snova every once in a while. Like a New York style.
I don't get comedy anymore.
I'm not joking. You were. I'm not trying to joke you. This was a fact. This happened.
I'm really lost right now.
Yeah, it was like an I'm walking here kind of thing. You were like, everyone's got a Snova. Maybe you weren't doing it on purpose. It was just like a instinct, but...
I'm sorry, I'm just a little confused, but Jakazam almost finished with this puzzle. ArcBliss still maintaining a 5-stage lead. Alpha hitting us with these tunes.
Oh, here we go. Crank that. It sounds really good on top of the music that we already have playing.
Yep. Can't go wrong with that.
Jakazam can't leave, probably because... Oh, because she doesn't have the correct amount of cars. Yeah, that would do it.
She needs one more red car.
At the end.
Because she has 0 red cars right now, so adding
yeah,
one more.
It's very true. So I think you can just drive forward, drop the red off in the middle, grab the blue, go forward, back up, and grab the red. Yeah, if you don't have enough space, then that's going to be an issue, but sometimes you do. Yeah, that's enough space, maybe. Oh,
yeah,
maybe not.
It's perfectly enough. Well, yeah, maybe not. Yeah, not trusting the space.
Oh, she's pushing.
Yeah, just drop off the red.
Oh.
Yeah, she's gonna push the red all the way back and then do.
Or is doing something here.
Oh, because you can't go.
Oh, this is it. This is it.
Oh, the strat.
This happened to me once.
Oh no, they have fused. The trains have fused.
Oh no, she gave it up. That's really useful. That helps you win, but whatever.
Man,
she wants to play fair. I respect it.
God, Rockefeller
that's such a Jakazam move right there. You find the glitch and like it'll help you beat it. Like, no, I'm not using it.
Rockefeller is rolling in his grave with this train tech that's being ignored.
Did you hear? Alpha was honking.
Alpha doing the horn.
The thing is, Jakazam has the liberty of being able to do whatever she wants because she knows she's won this race. Which is a very rare thing to occur in a race.
Yeah, I would say this is the first time I've ever personally seen it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so now Jackson goes back and drops off the red on the right.
I'm going to sample this tune in my next rap.
Yeah, that's my new ringtone.
The legendary
sitting at
Choo
work
Choo
and then
Minder
just in
March.
full volume.
Does Jackson maybe think that she doesn't have enough room? Does she not? Because this is the exact same move that you did before.
I think she is going to try to stack these trains again.
That is
I hope.
also a Jakazam move.
Well,
She's like, I did the tech. How do I do the tech again?
it's really inconsistent. I don't think that, like, I didn't mean to do it, and I actually tried to do it again and wasn't able to.
Yeah, does she not have enough room? I guess she tried that. At least try the naive solution once.
Yeah, but looking at our top race, ArcBliss is on puzzle 15.
Wow.
Has a 7-stage lead on Synii.
We've got a Snova.
Oh, you gotta Snova sometimes. This is how it goes.
Do you not know that you're doing an accent right now? This is what I was talking about. Okay.
Do you really trust Shrambles on anything he ever says, ID? Like, really?
Sometimes I'm not sure. I wasn't able to get fooled earlier, but
never. Literally not
once.
once, ever, ever, ever. Do you ever
Only
trust
once.
Shrambles on anything?
So what were you saying, ID?
ArcBliss comes in 9th a lot, so I'm not
Oh, another
surprised.
Chova. What's going on here? You can't just keep Chovaing all over the place. But
Alright.
okay, so Jakazam's gonna try to reassess this puzzle.
Alpha's
but
on
ArcBliss-
16 now. Not that
Yeah,
that
both of-
matters a whole lot, but it is interesting that
Doesn't matter
we're
at
also
all,
catching
but-
up.
Yeah, Alpha doesn't matter. ArcBliss is the one we're really concerned about, because ArcBliss could get to level 16 and snipe the vertical victory, though it doesn't matter in the long run.
Yeah, I want to see Jakazam try the naive solution here. Like, you've seen that the puzzles could maybe be slightly different from what they are before. I would at least try it once.
And as far as like how many levels this game has, I have no idea.
I would estimate 60?
Like it's kind of spelled out on that chart that we see in between levels, I guess, but it's just
I didn't actually count.
And ArcBliss on level 16 now.
I'm trying to. There's 4 streams. I mean, there's really 3 that matter on stream. I just think there's no chance I'm going to be solving this puzzle as effectively as
They're all in
Sam
the
is
dead
saying.
of winter. Yeah, look, ArcBliss is seeing that you have enough room to do the kind of naive solution that you couldn't do before. You have enough room to have the engine and 3 carriages and still be able to pack up.
I don't know. Looking on Alpha, that doesn't look like to be the case.
Yeah, I don't think... No,
ArcBliss literally just did it.
you can't switch the track while you... Oh, no.
Yeah, ArcBliss like clearly just did it.
Yeah, I'm with Exuno on this one. I disagree. I don't think it happened.
Yeah, I
you're
just
mistaken.
saw on. I just
He
saw on
had 3
Alpha.
cars.
Okay, right there.
and he-
Alpha just tried to do it.
he
You
still
can't
did.
do it.
Yeah,
Okay, well, Alpha's stupid. I don't trust him.
Well, okay, fair enough. But the
I feel like I would at least try it once, though.
No,
Maurice,
but-
you forfeited. You don't get to say anything.
okay,
I think they've
Jakazam.
all tried it. They've all tried it, and they know it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, now they have. Jakazam didn't before, though.
So what if they put 2 on the far right, and then they brought the Snova, they brought the other two over to the left, and then they backed it through the middle. I mean, you could do that, right? But I guess that's easier said than done. Is it possible to separate only the back two?
I think Jakazam has it. Like, all she needs to do, maybe? I don't know. Maybe she doesn't have it. Yeah, I guess there isn't enough room there. Oh, I see, but I don't know if that's gonna work.
Cool Ranch, Toho. We don't need. There are too many trains to name them all.
There's only 4. There's the same amount of Tohos.
So wait, we think these are the same train cars at every place? What the hell is this guy doing? What's the night guy doing? That you have to clean up this ridiculous mess? What the hell?
Well, yeah, that's Choo Loser. That's the other game they released that did not get very good reviews. Where you're just willy-nilly and dropping off train cars.
You only have to mind the choo-choos because this other guy's so irresponsible.
Maybe you're alternating between the night guy and like the normal guy.
So, Maurice, it's okay if the train runs through as long as you're not on the bottom to get destroyed.
Also, I believe if you Choba, it resets, right?
If you Snova, it resets, yeah. This is it.
I heard the train. It's gonna get alpha.
Yellow, green, blue, red.
Jakazam's out.
Toho.
Got the dot done. We don't see it yet. There it is. Our first finisher.
Good time. Was flying through this game. Got a little slowed down at the end.
Yeah, the last puzzle was the one that really held her up, but really did fly by. And because this last puzzle was challenging, Synii on level 11 does have a chance to catch up if ArcBliss remains stuck on this stage for a while.
Krankdud revealing that the food was hot pot. It's good food.
Hot pot's pretty good.
Synii and ArcBliss. ArcBliss is still pretty far ahead, but 16 can wall you, as we saw. Jakazam was probably on 16 for as long as...
I want to say like half of the race.
Yeah,
like,
honestly.
Like probably 20 minutes, maybe not 20 minutes, but
15, probably a 15. I would believe that. And these are, I mean, I'm just pulling these numbers out of my ass. I don't really, I wasn't paying attention.
It can definitely happen. I felt like it happened during our race.
It did, yeah. I'm not even sure if I said
you, but not to me. Like you didn't, but I know I did.
Yeah, I think
it did happen.
I got close. It was late, and I was too busy snowing, and there was too much going on. These later levels are pretty tricky.
I finished right around 50 minutes.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, there are some games you could play that might give you some experience. Like, there's that Railbound game. It's a little bit like this. Like, I guess Chitty Chitty Train is a little bit like this, but like, I don't know.
Chitty Chitty Train is nothing like this. It's
gonna give you a lot of choo-choo minder experience.
You gotta be good at like real shuffly puzzles. If you're really good at slide puzzles, I guess this would be the game for you.
Yeah, this is just a slide puzzle with just extra steps.
Oh, Alpha has this.
Hear that music one more time.
Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3. There's 12. There's 48 levels. I guess. There's something close to that.
I could believe 48. That's a good number. Russians do like the number 12.
Now I should be able to, since this is game 1 that's still going, do the magic. Why did that?
They're offline. All of a sudden, they heard you do that. You're like, oh, well, I'm just gonna screw up this guy's stream.
They double forfeited just when you switched.
Darn it! What are the chances?
Wingstop is now taking over for Synii.
Yeah. Also, the game is wide. I don't really understand that.
And we have our winner of the race, Alpha 5. Hello, Alpha.
Alpha, what are you doing in here? Too many people.
Well, I wanted to talk about trains. I like trains.
Oh, cool. You've met the first requirement for friendship with TPC.
Yeah. What do you have to say about trains?
This is the best train game that has ever been a mystery tournament, considering the other one was Chitty Chitty Train.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
There hasn't been any other train exclusive games.
I don't think so. Someone submit some Thomas the Tank Engine nonsense. Yeah, I didn't understand this game at all because I couldn't. Whatever it was, the pace bin was so big, so I just didn't get it for 15 minutes. And then the easy game, Choo Choo, just be a train.
Denshidego isn't much of a race, I don't think.
You can't race that. Super Locomotive is not raceable. As much as I love Denshidego, it's not raceable.
But yeah, we've got our final. I'm gonna pull the actual players.
Denshidego raceable.
That's not raceable either.
Why not? It's a
RNG.
racing game.
It's kind of
trains.
scripted. What happens
RNG.
in the races, though.
Yeah, it's also very scripted,
Yeah.
but it's also very RNG.
ArcBliss running into the problem that you cannot take a 3 train down and up.
Yeah, we get it, everyone. All right.
Just think about
I
pest
hear
suspension.
you in the chat. You don't have to say it again.
Well, I said it out loud.
Well, the difference is I like you, Shambles, so.
A poor choice. But
Wait, what happened?
I could make worse choices. I could have said Alpha right there.
Well, So, I mean, ArcBliss, the thing is, we think Synii might be able to catch up, because level 16 is such a wall.
yeah, but Synii has been having a bit of a time on level 11.
It's true.
If I were to pick 2 walls in this game, it was level 1 to understand the game, and level 16, which took me 5 minutes in comparison.
If you waited 5 more minutes, you would have been demolished by a train.
It's true. So, I don't know if since you said you didn't really read the pace bin.
No, I read the pace bin, and it's just I couldn't parse it at all. I was not awake enough to do that.
The train does run by at those times on the side.
Yeah, I heard. It also said in the pace bin, this will never ever happen.
Well, it won't happen unless
It
you
won't.
wait. Because if you Snova, it resets the timer, so there's not really much of a reason to, for it to ever happen. But, if you're just, really not paying attention, I guess you could get caught out by it. Nice job, Jakazam. I was going to pull you in once this race ended for commentary if you wanted to come in and say some stuff, but you did incredible. Faster than the testers, and you were cruising. Up until 16, you was, crazy fast.
What were the tester times for this?
I was the only one that finished at 15
I didn't
minutes.
finish, but we raced it, so we were all seeing the solutions and
ArcBliss,
I
what are you
talked to it,
doing?
and then
I feel
TPC
like Arcbliss
was
is
pretty
really
fast.
close.
TPC was clicking
I
with
was
this
pretty
game.
slow.
It was
No,
I
if
still
I-
think I was fast.
It's I would say that if I knew what the concept of this game was immediately, I probably could have done better, but, it's
Maurice
part
would
of
have
the-
beaten this game in 15 minutes.
Well, Maurice forfeited.
Yeah,
Right,
but
so
if he
Maurice
actually played, he would have
accidentally
finished
closed
this
the
in 15.
game by hitting the escape button, which is something that we didn't know would happen. So that's concerning. I hope that it doesn't happen to these players, but they haven't hit escape by now. They probably won't ever hit it. So
Yeah, I get. Maybe this is DOSBox setting.
it must be a DOS
No,
box
it's
thing.
not.
I'll have to look up for that next
It is
time.
not a
that we have a
DOSBox
DOS
thing.
box game.
Because a lot of DOS games use escape for the menu. They know better than that.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I should have tested that one though. But Synii really, I don't think is even really in a good spot to solve this right here.
Yeah, I'm just kind of glued on ArcBliss right now, kind of just trying to parse what he's doing. Like, I think he's trying to get that blue one up. He's just showing, oh, what are you doing here?
Actually, no, I think he could have. Well, no, because turning around on this is impossible. You just gotta build a Pez dispenser. I don't really know how to explain how I did it. I just did it. I also didn't know you could detach trains for like the first, I don't know how long in this game, because I just missed that part.
You never had like those toy trains as a kid that connected.
No,
by
I
the
just
magnets?
didn't think I could click on. I thought if I messed it up, I had to reset the level. That's why the first level took me 10 minutes.
Oh, that you can undo the
Yeah,
trains.
I didn't think you'd do it, so I lined it up perfectly every time.
Got it. Yeah, that would
It
change.
worked really well for the first couple stages, and then I realized, hang on.
Yeah, if you
I
make
mean, it was a lot of effort.
Don't make any button on the keyboard just automatically close your game.
I feel like that's also not a DOSBox setting.
No, it's
Because
probably
I
not.
would've
I
known
guess
that.
that's Choo Minder who's done that, which is, you can blame Paget Knob, I guess. I don't think Paget Knob had
maybe-
anything
I don't
to do
know.
with this game. But...
Do we blame Russia? I think it's easy to blame Russia.
Do you have I don't think a different keyboard layout would do anything for this.
No, just blame Russia.
No, for Maurice. I don't think it would be a different keyboard layout problem.
So yeah, Jakazam, I did also... Yeah, I did that thing where the car... You never did it, I don't think, Alpha, but sometimes when you go up at a certain way, the car will, like, go inside of the engine, and so you have just one less space you have to worry about because it's, like, not taking up as much space.
Wait, what? I didn't get that to happen.
No, I know. It's like a
Yeah,
glitch. It happened to
really
Jakazam
rare.
once, and then she undid it, so, I mean, couldn't take advantage of it. It happened to me once, and I actually beat the level that way.
The one thing I did notice is, what's it? If I had the white track on like the main line, I couldn't finish the level and I had to go back and fix it.
Alright, how much space do you have, Synii? Apparently not enough. Oh, that's enough though.
Yeah, ArcBliss is really having a difficult time with this level.
This is gonna be a solve for Synii.
It's not an easy puzzle.
No, it's a
Like-
really difficult level. I don't blame them, but it's just, it's difficult when you're having this hard of a time to kind of take a step back and approach it fresh.
Like, in thinking in ArcBliss's mind, like he's probably been here quite a while, and like you get into the racer's head, like, Jakazam finished, a bunch of other, like, I don't know how many other people were in the race outside of Alpha.
I think, well, everyone quit except for me and Jackson.
ArcBliss may
And, like,
also
the two
have hot
people
pot
who all
available.
to be eliminated. The Krankdud, what, 5 minutes to just say nope, just quit.
No, it was longer than that, but
It felt like it was 5
It
minutes.
was like 5 minutes.
oh, what's it?
But like,
You gotta have your priorities. I get it.
Yeah, I
like-
like this from ArcBliss. This just feels good. Making a little save point with these two over here.
Tower of Hanoi? Is it Hanoi or Hanoi? I never know how to pronounce that.
Hanoi.
it's definitely Hanoi.
Well,
No.
I mean that tells me that it's not that. So I mean, that's,
Yeah, take whatever Scramble
that's
says
equally
and do the
valid
opposite.
information that you're giving me because I have context. But regardless,
You can trust me. It's Hanoi.
smart thinking, trying to relate it to other puzzles. Yeah, there's another Relly scraper situation
Oh, yeah,
apparently.
Speaking of puzzle, I was thinking if you think of it like a Pez dispenser, which is how people like to explain stacks in computer memory.
That is true. That's
Oh, yeah.
how I
First
explain
in,
stacks and
first
computer
out.
memory.
Computer memory has like really chalky
First in,
candy.
last out.
It's not derived from Hanoi. That's a place, I know, because there's a Call of Duty level in Black Ops. No,
I don't
know it
even know
because
how
I know
ArcBliss
it's a
managed
place
to turn
besides
around.
that, but-
I don't even know what ArcBliss does from here now. This is... I don't like this
All
now.
I've seen today are puzzle games. I should have entered this MT.
Yeah,
I did do some testing earlier.
The previous race, Zen Galactic Ninja, classic puzzle game.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, it's a puzzle game to figure out if you want to save the Earth or just not.
Yeah, I haven't put any puzzle games in the backup pool so we don't get saturated, but we do have quite a few subs. And some
I just feel like it's easy to find decent new like random puzzle games than it is to find new good platformers.
It's much easier, which is why we have to be careful. We should probably just do a puzzle tournament and get it over with, honestly.
We've done that before.
Well, we didn't do it.
Yeah. Do you think Goof Troop USA is the pinnacle of puzzle gaming?
Nobody got demolished by the train on the main track. A few people, and I noticed you also, Jakazam, you had to realize that the pace bin says you have to clear the trains off. But nobody has actually taken 10 minutes without snowing.
Yeah, but we saw that during testing. We were wondering the whole time, like, what are these times for?
Yeah, I just waited to see what would happen.
After just to see it.
Yeah, it is.
I
really
sadly
loud.
didn't see it in action.
It comes by, goes, and it knocks you.
Oh, I like this from ArcBliss. I like this. I like this a lot.
Yeah, ArcBliss I think has it.
This is done. Yep, and the train is the red. I meant to say red is over on the right.
And it's gonna have the whole long scroll to the left because the scroll's so slow.
You can skip that cutscene.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
I was afraid to.
I don't think we skipped into testing because the music was too good.
Yeah, why would you want to skip that dang music?
I was jamming to the music the entire time. Why did I want to skip it? I was also afraid if I pushed anything, the game would break.
Alpha, I also know that you're a fan of horn buttons, right? Did you like the one in this game that made the train do the unnecessarily loud horn?
Okay, what button was that? Because you just randomly did that like all the time.
I think it was. Right. I think right click or something.
ArcBliss finishing with a time of 59, TPC face 31. Doing a good job. Unfortunately, Synii is out of the tournament, but ArcBliss does stay alive.
Yeah, got to make that 9th place run, or maybe even top 8. Let's be positive here.
Now, there are a lot of heavy hitters in the lower bracket right now.
Krankdud being one of them, but wasn't that a winners 4 match from what someone told me?
Yes.
That was a winners 4 match.
And we are joined by our 2 racers. GG's.
My brain hurt. GG. GG.
Yeah.
I have a very important question for ArcBliss. If a train leaves Timbuktu headed eastbound, traveling 500 miles an hour, and another train is leaving somewhere in Moscow towards China, going at 6,000 miles an hour, at what point do you care about trains?
Oh no! See, I love trains, and by love trains, I mean, hold on, I'm sure I have this saved somewhere.
You have a train. It's saved in your house.
Yeah. No, I was thinking of lots and lots of trains. The best video ever made.
You're Canadian. I think Canadians like trains more than Americans.
Well,
I think just
certainly easier to use over there. That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at taking like one of them luxury trains through Canada.
Well, congratulations, ArcBliss. Congratulations, Jakazam. Good game, Synii. I think it was a strong effort all around. Puzzle game. I mean, once you got over the fact that it was a weird Russian DOS, that's really scary to see. But then you realize it's just a puzzle game. I mean, this could have been a modern itch game, and it wouldn't have been significantly different. I don't think.
It's probably like top 10 most intimidating.
Yeah.
I think for like the first 30 minutes, I just didn't understand the mechanics of the game.
Yeah,
Alpha is in the same boat as you. Yeah, a few people racing. Just it took a little bit to click.
Get it? That's a reference to the game when you click the 2 train cars together.
Nice.
Also, it feels bad when you're like 5 minutes in a level and have to reset, since I think I was soft lock myself.
So I have a question for the commentators because I wasn't watching Jakazam's part, but when she was walled at stage 16, did any of you use the terrible pun that she had run out of steam?
No.
Okay,
I was on a phone call.
It's like I am proud of Shrambles, I guess, for restraining himself.
But Jakazam.
Oh,
was
someone else
incredible.
kind of took over and did some comedy, so yeah, don't worry, I wasn't here for it.
I just I just want to ban whoever said it.
Jakazam was destroying it. Level 16 was a bit of a wall, but it was really fast. Jakazam, do you feel like you just have kind of like a connection with trains? Oh, there's another pun that I didn't even mean to make. Or do you just like puzzle games, or what do you think it is?
I like puzzle games. Puzzle games are good. I don't know, the game just kind of clicked with me, and I was going well, and then 16 I got walled on because I thought of a solution after messing with the level for a bit, tried that solution, and then realized that you couldn't change that track with 3 cars connected to the train, and had to abandon what I thought I was doing and come
I
up with
remember
something
doing
new.
that.
Yeah, that's the one big thing that I would
felt really bad to
criticize
do.
about this game, is that it's really inconsistent when you can change the track with 3 cars. Sometimes
Yep.
you can, and sometimes you can't, and you have to just like
Because-
try it.
As we all know,
Well,
the
if you
tracks
put
stop.
would make it trivial.
Yeah. As we all know, tracks stop the moment they're out of sight, and therefore you cannot push the train further that way. Even though the stage ends by you driving off that way.
There's a red light.
Played Unrailed. It doesn't exist until the next level loads.
Oh, okay.
None of you waited the 10 minutes to see the train come by.
Oh, I almost came close that first time. I was looking and I was like, oh, that was like a minute and a half away. And then I reset.
Yeah, so it makes a really loud noise and then drives
Oh,
by.
good.
At the bottom of the screen. And so actually you can survive as long as you're like off the track.
Yeah, if you're off the track, yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
what I
What a
inferred from the
game. I don't
pacement.
think I don't know where Fast Fruit Man found it. I don't know how, but
I don't know, but
I think-
if they say made it 10 stages or something, I would have enjoyed the race.
I think it was a little long, a little difficult.
Yeah.
It was a long race. I'll give
The
you
worst
that.
part is it felt like it was getting harder and harder, and then they introduced the extra train car, but the stages actually got easier because they did less with it. It was
Right.
just like reusing the train car in setups you had already done. So they introduced it, and 5 stages straight. I'm like, oh, that was fast. Oh, that was fast. Oh, that was fast. And then finally, one gigantic stage.
Well, I think what was actually happening is that when you turn around, you're actually going over the exact same levels again, but in reverse order because you're going back on your journey. That's why you're going to the left after stage 12. And so I don't know what happens when you turn around again. If you just did the same levels and they're even different, I'm not sure.
But, yes, ultimately, it was, like, not much harder when they introduced the extra train car until stage 16, and then just a much harder level.
Well, Synii,
just
unfortunately,
feels
this
like
was
it should've been
a
short.
losers 2 match, and so this will be your end of the tournament this year. But did you feel? How'd you feel about your Mystery Tournament experience this year?
Feels bad to draw 2 bad games.
What was your first
Yeah.
game?
Screwball. I hated it.
Oh,
Nah,
see,
so
I
hate
like
this
both
one.
these games, but I do. Everyone has different ideas. Obviously, we saw in this race. Krankdud just couldn't even bring themselves to play it.
I think outside of a race,
Yeah,
I
like,
would have
Crank
enjoyed
got
this game
immediately
more.
Forfeited.
Yeah, Frank was smart. He escaped.
I enjoyed the game.
I think I would have enjoyed it more outside of a race.
Jakazam, yeah.
I don't
It's
think
not
it was
just me.
terrible. Like, I don't think it was a bad game by any means. I think the goal went a bit long for what it
Sure.
is. And also being DOS meant everything felt really weird. Like, the the screen scrolled, a mile a year, but the train scrolled a mile a second.
The scrolling was way too slow. I don't know.
See, you learn our secret for how we decide goals for puzzle games is that ID and I were the ones that test this, and we're like, well, we suck at puzzle games, and this took me like 50 minutes to do this. So I'm assuming every other player would do this in like 30, so it's probably good as is.
I think
that's how we decide every goal.
I'm finding with my testing this year that I've actually gotten somewhat decent at puzzle games. I need to be careful with entering goals. This was the goal it was submitted with, though. 16 does seem like kind of a random level. 12 might have been a good place to stop it if we ever have this in again.
Great realization, like a few stages in, was the screen scrolled faster if you used the left and right arrows on the screen rather than scrolling it with the train.
Oh yeah, I use that a ton when I play
and it made it so much smoother. But sometimes you're like, oh, I only need one more inch, and then it just very slowly goes. And then
it took me a while to realize that you could even scroll the screen.
Yeah, it took me...
it doesn't even mention arrow keys in the pastebin or these arrows.
Yeah, I kind of just stared at them one time and was like, well, it blocked me from going left. Maybe this right arrow means the screen goes right. And then it did. But it was like 4 stages in when I first clicked it. And yeah, it was blocking me from being able to complete the first puzzle with the straight up and down in the center car that you had to get out of the way, because I couldn't move the car to the right off screen because I couldn't pan over enough to click the arrow. Which, put that in the pastebin.
Absolutely. I agree with that. And then Jakazam moving on to Winners 5. Make sure you get your match done by February 17th. Is your
you're running out of time, Jack.
I'll try.
If someone in Arrow Fodder plays soon, you're actually going to be able to play your Winners 5 match.
You can get to Winners semis pretty soon. Only a couple games in.
I only get top 8 before Andy gets to play another game.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
I think I'm waiting on
ahead of you though. We'll see. Yeah, who are you?
We have
160.
I think that was Andy and 4H.
Yeah, it's Andy versus Poltergust and Gruntmeister.
I have to wait on Poltergust and Gruntmeister and then Andy.
Yeah, Jakazam, you have a tough road ahead of you. So
oh yeah, that's for sure.
I wish you're gonna have to fight either Arrow Fodder or someone 325. Neither of which are opponents I would want to, but I mean, definitely you could do it. And then after that, what's the other side of the bracket look like? Draconic Dawn, 90 gets him C17. Timo Star, coined by Maurice as the next Great Mystery player.
Oh, whoa, coined by me? The very instant...
Yeah.
Yeah, but Maurice says it all the time.
Well, so did I. I just don't say it on stream, because I'm not...
Yeah, but Maurice says it all the time.
Remember, it's quantity over quality of what someone says. So if you just say it a bunch... That's the correct way to do it.
Things are going off the rails, no pun intended. So let's close it out here. We don't have any more releases today.
Let's keep chugging along.
Oh yeah, keep the train puns coming.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it on purpose. I was actually just really wanted to say off the rails anyway. So we've got 2 days until the next scheduled match, but I do want to mention that there is a deadline for Losers 2 this Friday, and I don't think there's a lot of matches here that aren't scheduled, so please pay attention. Obviously, if you're still waiting on one of the very few ones that's past the deadline, nothing you can do about that. We're trying to push those forward. Those aren't on the schedule. Tomorrow we're going to. But anyways, yeah, schedule those matches. Make them happen by this Friday. If you're in Losers 2. And if not, just do it anyway. You got a lot of matches. I think we're about halfway through the tournament, match-wise.
Yeah, by match count, yeah, it's 306 matches.
Yep. We have 159 left, so we're gonna be hitting halfway pretty soon. So it's been a big one. It's very front-loaded this year, as we got so many people. But I guess that is a triple. That's a quadruple, actually.
Oh, it's a quadruple. Yeah, it's pretty much a quadruple.
Oh no, one of them is scheduled 24 minutes after the...
oh, glad.
Well,
that would just be unbearable
whatever.
Otherwise.
I don't have to think about that right now, and I'm not going to. But thanks everyone for joining me. GG to all the racers who played. We had some good matches today. And yeah, have a good one all. See you next time this train rolls again.